Hey guys, I'm back and welcome back to day 13 of the Heartbreak series on how to get over a heartbreak in 30 days. So let's get into it. As promised, you guys know I'm bad with this. You guys get soak session. Today is day 13, so you get exactly a minute and 50 seconds, okay? If you need it, pause me. If you don't, let's get into it. And if no one has told you today, you are beautiful, you are loved, and I love you. If no one told you I love you today, because I do. Anyways, let's get into it. Oh wait, I forgot, because if you didn't know, baby, let me tell you something else. You are the snack, you are the entree, you are the platter, you are the dessert, you are the liquor and the drink, but not the liquor if you are the age. If you are the drink and you are the table, so you are the ish, like, period. You're the business. Don't let nobody else tell you otherwise, because you are only you. There's only one of you. Do you realize there's only one of you? No one can ever replicate you. No one can ever do you how you do you. Like, that's something special, okay? So just remember that, y'all, for real. So since today is day 13, I'm going to tell you my experience of day 13, and then let's get into the root of the issues. I'm random as hell. Okay, anyway, my day 13 went like this. I became enraged. What I mean by that is angry. I became enraged because I became vulnerable again. I was beating myself up. So you remember yesterday for day 12, I told you my ex came back, and that's usually how it goes. Probably a little sooner than that, some people, but in different situations, they come back for different reasons. So I felt a little vulnerable, and I started beating myself up on the fact that I even just had any communication with that person. Mind you, like I said, people's situation is different. You can have a kid, you can have a marriage, property, so it's kind of inevitable to ignore that person forever. Honestly, it wasn't anything inappropriate. It wasn't anything like getting back together. It was more of like speaking on what happened. Even though I didn't need closure, it was just like speaking on what happened, having that back and forth dialogue, and then just having that accessibility I felt that they had to me. It was kind of like, dang, this made me feel like I just started back from square one, because like now they feel like they can access me whenever, you know what I mean? Like they hurt me, and then now like they said this one thing that led to this whole dialogue of what happened, and like going back and forth, and I just started beating myself up, and it wasn't healthy, because I realized that that's a part of the process. Sometimes we as women, as I know, speaking for myself, we do that, and sometimes subconsciously, even though we don't want to do that, if that makes sense. So honestly, it was something I had to learn for myself and look within, and I had to learn from beating myself up and like thinking like, oh my gosh, now you're back at square one. You're not. I wasn't. Like, I was literally where I was supposed to be. Of course you cared, of course the history, the length, the love you have for some person, it determines like all of that. So it was just me being human for 1 second. You know, I just wanted to know like why. I just wanted some type of answers, even though I didn't really want them initially. Now that you're hitting me up, you know, like you open the door for that, if that makes sense. So my lesson to you would be, if this is your case where you know, like even if you end up like just hanging out with this person again, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you fall short, and that's why I call fall short, because you know this person hurt you, you know you don't want to be with this person, you know you don't want to move forward, so you're falling short, you know, hanging with this person, whatever it may be. Don't beat yourself up like I did, because it literally takes a toll on you being your worst critic. You're human. You loved, and you loved hard. You are an emotional creature, and you are going to, of course, be vulnerable sometimes. Don't beat yourself up about it. What you want to do moving forward when you know, like, dang, I just did this to myself again. This person's still the same. You move forward, and you pick up where you left off. Like, you don't look back and give that person another option to do that. Of course, easier said than done, but you just don't. You know, that's ideally what you don't do. Now, if this turned out for the best with this person, you can just tell a whole 360 in a matter of less than 2 weeks, cool. All for you. You know, go with your heart, follow your heart. But don't get to a place where you're like, dang, you hung out with this person, you text this person, end up seeing something else, and like you're like beating yourself up because now you're like at square one. You're not at square one. You just have emotions, and it's just one's deep, and you're just gonna have to learn to be stronger when it comes to this. It's all a learning lesson, guys. Like, this is all a learning lessons to be able to take this information for your next relationship, career, goals, aspiration, next chapter in life. This is all like a learning lesson. So that's my lesson for you. Sometimes it's okay to be vulnerable, and don't beat yourself up. Like, be easy on yourself. Like, we already got, this world is crazy enough. People beat us up all day enough. Like, be easy on yourself, because you got yourself this far, okay? Now, affirmations I want to do today. If you haven't even heard, you heard it a couple times. But this week affirmations: you are worthy of your wants and desires. You are worthy of love, and you are worthy of a healthy relationship. And if no one has told you today, you're worthy of everything. Like, you're worthy of whatever you put your mind to it.